Tri-State's News Talk 103.7 FM and Tri-State Alert TV. I feel like one of the news anchors on a Thanksgiving Eve, and when they're broadcasting from an airport someplace around here, you're going to see a lot of activity. But right now, they usually do those live shots on Thanksgiving Eve from airports, talking about a lot of activity that's going to be happening. We're waiting on the Make-A-Wish truck convoy for 2026. I'm Pat Ryan, and we're on our social media platforms. That's going to be NewsTalk 103.7 FM on Facebook and X, and Tri-State Alert TV is where you'll be able to follow up on this. Tri-State Alert TV, that's our YouTube channel, and the Make-A-Wish truck convoy, it's anybody's guess where they're roaming around right now. Off of Route 30, down 30 out towards Fayetteville, Norlow Park, over 997. We're perched over here at Interstate Garage Doors, igdoors.com. They're our lead sponsor here, and they've made a really nice place for us to set up here. And what'll happen is the truck convoy will come by here, and then they'll go southbound on 11. And a good indicator has been for us when I was doing this last year, a good indicator is law enforcement will close off the corridor and let the trucks and cars and everybody else, motorcycles, everybody go on through here. So they organized up at Cumberland Valley Antique and Engine Machinery, their fairgrounds up there, out Crider's Church, out Crottlestown. Then we're going down Radio Hill, through the borough of Chambersburg. We'll go past Bergstresser Real Estate, and they're a proud sponsor of our live broadcast as well. So we'll go out 30 apiece and take a pass by Kiner's Auto Sales, take a pass by our friends over at AES Hearth and Patio, Norlow Park, and they'll make their way to 997. And at 997 and 11 is where we're set up for our live broadcast. And we're with our appreciation to our sponsors for the live broadcast, which includes the friends of Doug Mastriano, State Senator Mastriano, and Ambassador in Waiting for the state senator, on NewsTalk 103.7 FM for our live broadcast. And we'll also thank, as I mentioned, the Bergstresser Real Estate Patriot Credit Union. Thanks very much to the Patriot Federal Credit Union folks. So, in fact, we'll go back to Bergstresser in a little bit because there's a personal connection between the Bergstresser family who have been touched by Make-A-Wish. So what we're doing here for Make-A-Wish and this Franklin County Truck Convoy, FranklinCountyTruckConvoy.com, is we're going to see anywhere from 100 to 200 trucks, cars, and also some vans, and everybody else who wants to pile in on this. They'll make a pass by here and make this route. It's a nice big circle, and all the money, as was explained to us in our interview with Sherry Raymer, one of the wish granters, is all that money stays here in Franklin County. So, as I started off the live broadcast, oftentimes we see the TV guys set up at the airport, usually waiting for something to happen. Later on today on Thanksgiving, this is going to be the busiest place in the world. Right now, what you're seeing out here is some truck traffic and some of the usual traffic. Normally what will happen when we were set up at the Berg Brewing Company last year for our live broadcast, we saw law enforcement shut down the streets downtown so that the convoy could make its pass on through. So probably best that we recognize some of our sponsors because it will get good and loud. People are already lining the parade route over at the gas station across the street from our live broadcast. They've got people already backed up and ready to give them a high five and give them a nice thumbs up as they make their pass on through here on NewsTalk 103.7 FM. You'll be able to watch this entire broadcast back. We'll post it up on our YouTube channel. That's Tri-State Alert TV on our YouTube side. And we're streaming right now on X and on Facebook on NewsTalk 103.7 FM. So let's thank some of our great sponsors here for the live broadcast, and that includes the Franklin County Visitors Bureau. It's Janet Pollard and the team at the Franklin County Visitors Bureau. What a hard-working group of kids they have there. In fact, the Franklin County Truck Convoy for Make-A-Wish will go right through the square in downtown. So as they come back down 11, we'll go around Wilson College and we'll head down past Sellers Funeral Home, over towards the Northwood Books area, the courthouse, and then they're going to hang a right right by the historic Memorial Fountain. And of course, we have got the greatest truck drivers and automobile drivers and motorcyclists in the entire free world. They know full well to swing it wide when you're going around the fountain. There will be none of that nonsense that happens some folks that might visit our area. Interstate Garage Doors is where we are located. Dean and the team have given us a nice place to land here. Interstate Garage Doors, igdoors.com. And none of this absolute fun doesn't happen without my good friend Sean, who you can't see right now, but Sean is behind the camera and behind the contraptions, and that's 1720 Media, 1720media.net. Sean's a good guy. You need a website, you need some digital activity here, he's got you covered on that. Look at 1720media.net. Okay, you can put down the club here, Sean. I got it in there. So right now, as we wait for some folks to make their pass by, again, thanks to Patriot Federal Credit Union for powering part of our live broadcast here. And what we'll probably do here, Sean, if it's okay with you, we'll duck out for a couple of seconds, because it's anybody's guess at this point where our friends are on this trek getting through Franklin County. The Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy. We'll take a couple of seconds out. We'll come back live as we get closer to the beginning of what is going to be an exciting time here in Franklin County and a really important friend-raiser for NewsTalk 103.7 FM and Tri-State Alert TV, and on our social media, NewsTalk 103.7 FM, and on X. We'll be back with you as soon as we start ramping up the activity. Good afternoon from Interstate Garage Doors. That is where we're set up at 997 and 11. I'm Pat Ryan, and it's the Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy 2026. It seems a little bit behind, but when you've got this many cars and trucks and vans and businesses lined up trying to get this thing underway, I give them a little bit of grace. So our broadcast perch for the live broadcast, with our thanks to friends of State Senator Doug Mastriano. Doug is a great believer in the project here in Franklin County, and we appreciate his underwriting our live broadcast. He is part of a group of folks helping us out on the live broadcast at Interstate Garage Doors, where we're set up. That's 11 and 997. We got a report, I'd say about 15 minutes ago, that the convoy had made its way past 30 over by the grocery outlet bargain market area. So here's the way it goes. They left Crider's Church and Crottlestown, and there's a Rudders out there. They took a left out there and head down 30 and Radio Hill down to the base of Shively Motors waiting for them at the base of Radio Hill in Chambersburg. And then it's through the borough, past Berg Brewing Company, past a number of great businesses in the downtown area. Then it's out to Fayetteville. So we'll go past Berkstresser Real Estate, another great sponsor. Our friends Jackie, Zach, and Wayne at Berkstresser Real Estate helping us underwrite this broadcast. We're on the social media, so it's Tri-State Alert TV, Facebook, and X for our live broadcast here. You'll be able to watch they'll be going right by here in just a couple of moments, as we understand it. They have not shut down the intersection and at the 11 and 997 yet for the pass-through. So we go out past AES Hearth and Patio and Kiner's Auto Sales, past Norlow Park, and trying to pick up 997. And then they'll be coming right past us here for the live broadcast, and then take a hard left, careful, heading downtown to Chambersburg. And of course, we've got the absolute greatest drivers in the entire free world. We know how to maneuver around the historic Memorial Fountain, and we'll be able to get around that and head back out 30. They'll pick up Crottlestown Road, and everybody will gather back up at the Cumberland Valley Antique Engine and Machinery Fairgrounds out there. So with our thanks to Patriot Federal Credit Union, also in support of our live broadcast here. I'm certain they're going to be passing by a couple of branches for the folks at Patriot Federal Credit Union, some of our great underwriters. And I'm going to step off to the side just a little bit here to see, I hear some first responder activity, and we did see some traffic control folks go on the way out 997 more towards Scotland at this point. So anybody's guess. And again, Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy is what we're broadcasting for you here today with NewsTalk 103.7 FM. Our thanks to 1720media.net. That's Sean. Sean's your guy. You need a website. We need some help with audio visual. He's providing our live broadcast here with NewsTalk 103.7 FM. And it's Tri-State Alert TV. That's where this will finally rest. I know X and YouTube will keep it up for a little bit of time here, but the entire broadcast for all the folks that are in the convoy, the cars and the trucks and the motorcycles and all the great people, they'll be able to watch this, and we'll have it sourced for you on our YouTube channel, Tri-State Alert TV. So Pat Ryan, and enjoying the sunshine and getting ready for the beginning here. And what will happen there is going to be a full entourage of law enforcement. And as we get closer and closer to them making their way here, what they'll do is they want a clean pass-through on the 11 and 997. So anybody that is thinking about getting through that intersection, my educated guess is that's not going to be a possibility, and they're going to be sitting in traffic and enjoying the scene and enjoying the sights for a little bit of time. Last year, we were set up at Berg Brewing Company in downtown Chambersburg, and what a scream it was watching them come through the intersection. And then there's the residual traffic delays that you're just going to have to plan for. So we've been talking about it for a little bit of time here on the radio station. Sherry Raymer from one of the Wish Granters was a guest on the station. We have that interview up at NewsTalk103.7FM.com. Click on interviews. But she was telling us that the money that we're going to raise today stays right in Franklin County, and how mission critical that is for all of us to understand. So when it comes to wishes, the traditional wish that you probably have heard of is going to Disney. But Sherry shared with us that I'd like to go on a shopping spree, or I'd like to do something a little special with family here. So we'll take all the hard work and money raised for the Make-A-Wish truck convoy, and we'll make sure that it is invested wisely in Franklin County families and the families that are touched by the Franklin County Truck Convoy, franklincountrytruckconvoy.com. I'm going to step aside just for a little bit here to get out of the sunshine here. But as we prepare for our trip, and the cars and trucks and the rest of the folks that are making their path down 997 to pick up 11 southbound, our thanks on behalf of the Make-A-Wish group. They'll thank Timmons Oil, Cumberland Valley Antique Engine Machinery, Manitowoc Cranes, Pepsi, the St. Thomas American Legion Post number 612, Waste Connections, New Enterprise Stone and Lime, Karima Market, Hawk Communications, Bob's Discount Furniture. There are a lot of great local and regional businesses that have found their heart in this great event, and watching the organizers put this work together, it's quite remarkable. We've been talking about it for weeks now on the radio station, and it is finally here. And as we came on this particular stretch of broadcast, we did learn that, 15 minutes or so ago, they were on a good path up Route 30. So a short while ago, we did witness some traffic control folks beating it out pretty fast out 997 heading towards Scotland. So our live broadcast, as we get ready to start watching, and I imagine we're pretty close to having, there you go. All right. You'll find that backfiring is really bad for your automobile. I'm just throwing it out there. It's not very good for your engine, but God bless you. Drive carefully. And at 997 and 11 is where we're set up at Interstate Garage Doors, with our esteemed thanks to Dean and the team at Interstate Garage Doors, igdoors.com. And then as the traffic still moves in here, that would give us, Sean has got his hand on the cameras and our live broadcast here. And the indicator will be when you start seeing traffic moving off of 997 where we're perched. We're both pretty educated guess here that those traffic control individuals were heading out to close down the intersection, and then we'll start waiting for what's going to be a great lineup of law enforcement leading the charge. Now, Sherry, by the way, good afternoon from Tri-State Alert TV, NewsTalk 103.7 FM, on our Facebook page, and X is on the social media site here. This is your continuing coverage of the 2026 Make-A-Wish truck convoy. Appreciate you zooming in on our live broadcast as we're situated at Interstate Garage Doors, and our thanks off to the folks at Patriot Federal Credit Union for powering our time here today. And as soon as we're not going to be able to talk a great deal about what you're going to see here, because they are going to be laying on the horns, and I'm looking very forward to that. I've got a little bit of a crowd too that has assembled along the path of the route here. Got a handful of folks that are set up over at Interstate Garage Doors to witness it. The gas station across the street has got a whole bunch of people piled up out in front to cheer on the great drivers and the organizers. And talking about Make-A-Wish, I'll go back to Zach and Jackie and Wayne from Berkstresser Real Estate. They are a part of our family of sponsors here on the radio station. And it was the family that said this has made a personal touch to the Berkstressers. Our friend Wayne conveyed to me that not only his father, but also his nephew, so Barry, his father, and AJ Estep, his nephew, who both lived in Alabama, had some ailments and had passed away, but the Make-A-Wish Foundation made differences in both of their lives, grants to wishes that were made, and the family at Berkstresser Real Estate, big believers in the foundation, the difference that they make, And it can be anything. Make-A-Wish, and the organizer, that would be Sherry Raymer, who is our connection to Make-A-Wish, and the truck convoy is one of those. She's been there for a good bit of time and granting plenty of wishes. And we all hear the usual wishes. That's a trip to Disney, or a trip to out of the country. But some of these wishes can be as simple as, geez, I'd like to get my family all together for a great meal, or I certainly would love to go on a shopping spree, or something along those lines. So Make-A-Wish does some amazing things here, and we're very proud at NewsTalk 103.7 FM and our partner at 1720media.net to help tell the story, spread the news, and we're looking forward to watching the beginnings of the convoy that we're patiently waiting for. I'm starting to see one of the flaggers from Franklin County that is starting to find a perch near 11 and 997. So that gives me hope that we'll start seeing some of the first responders, and you got the thanks to the state police and the sheriff's department here in Franklin County, Chambersburg Borough Police Department, everybody lending a hand. This does not happen without a lot of hard work and a lot of people getting together and trying to make stuff happen here. So on NewsTalk 103.7 FM, got an 18-wheeler that's trying to make its turn onto 997 in the background. You'll be able to, yeah, it's going the wrong way for the, I'd like to think we didn't get it right. We're on the, we have it, we don't have it in reverse, do we? So I think we've got the, I think we got the path down. Fairly certain I've got this path down. In any case, NewsTalk 103. Okay, NewsTalk 103. He's cheering on the supporters that have made the line out here in waiting for the Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy 2026 here. So you're watching the beginnings of our coverage, and I'm Pat Ryan. Let me just jump back into the sunshine really quickly here at NewsTalk 103.7 FM. Again, this whole broadcast will park for the folks that are in the convoy. They'll want to come back and make sure that, hey, they see their hard work. So this will be parked after they park at Tri-State Alert TV. That's our YouTube channel. But what you're watching right now is, as we are all watching and waiting, the Franklin County Truck Convoy, franklincountytruckconvoy.com, and it's a Make-A-Wish 2026. The organizers here have invited us in, and we're proud to be bringing this to you. I said in an earlier broadcast, it kind of reminds me of, as we're waiting for some of the activity to start picking up here, Thanksgiving Eve, and most of the television stations will routinely go to an airport that has nothing happening, going, well, there's going to be a lot of things happening here very soon, and odds are very good that that's going to happen for us very soon as well here at NewsTalk 103.7 FM and Tri-State Alert TV. Let's thank our sponsors while we have a chance. Our live broadcast comes to you. We're on the grassy setting here, very comfortable in front of Interstate Garage Doors. That's Dean and the team, Interstate Garage Doors, and Vish and Tori and such great people, big believers in this project here on NewsTalk 103.7 FM, so igdoors.com. We'll thank the Franklin County Visitors Bureau. Now, that's another great place in which downtown Chambersburg, I'd imagine they're going to have a bunch of people set up around the square in downtown to cheer on this group. And the Franklin County Visitors Bureau is right on the square. And as I've said once, twice, and I'll say it again, we've got the greatest drivers for the Franklin County Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy. There is no chance that we are going to get anywhere near those bollards around the fountain. Best drivers certainly know how to swing it around the fountain in downtown Chambersburg. Franklin County Visitors Bureau faces the historic Memorial Fountain in downtown Chambersburg. Thanks to Patriot Federal Credit Union, a number of different branches are on the route for the Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy. Thank you, Patriot Federal Credit Union. And friends, I was just in the company of the state senator, Doug Mastriano, and also the candidate for governor. That would be Stacey Garrity. There was a gathering and an event last night, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally arrived at the beginning of, and a long path of, the Make-A-Wish truck convoy. Here we go with our outstanding team of first responders. What do we got here? I got Chambersburg police rolling. It's very good signaling work here. And now we are at 11 and 997 at this point, and now traffic in that neck of the woods has stopped. You will be able to proceed on the other side to get yourself out towards Scotland. But you're watching on NewsTalk 103.7 FM and Tri-State Alert TV. Franklin County Sheriff. Our friends from Make-A-Wish right there. It's one of the charter sponsors, New Enterprise Stone and Lime. Bring it on, boys and girls. And we've been told that some of the kids that provided the permission slips are there. Some of the Make-A-Wish kids can ride. Wow. New Enterprise Stone and Lime committed in a very big way. Nice job to New Enterprise. This is just as good every year. Make sure you're waving. Make sure you're waving. There you go. Make sure you're waving. There we are. Oh, that one's air conditioned. Now that's the way to ride. Got Waste Connections out here. Riding air conditioning, that is the way to go. There's Scott's hauling and excavating. There you go. Now that's a truck. All right. All right. You are witnessing the Make-A-Wish truck convoy. Hawk Communications making their pass by. And Pepsi, one of the bigger sponsors of the event as well. We're powered in part by our live broadcast, with the thanks to the folks at Patriot Federal Credit Union. At Bob's Discount Furniture, very good. We are witnessing a big, huge fundraiser for the folks at Make-A-Wish here. And this will thread out 11 down through the borough in Chambersburg and then out Radio Hill and back out to the Cumberland Valley Antique Engine and Machinery. All these great folks have paid their fair share to support Make-A-Wish. And our See, I thought that was the little girl that was pulling that horn, but it looked like Dad was pulling that horn. Friends at Wendy's making a pass by here on NewsTalk 103.7 FM. You're witnessing the Make-A-Wish 2026 truck convoy, and they're on their way back to downtown Chambersburg and then out Radio Hill. Our thanks to the Bergstressers and Bergstresser Real Estate, Jackie, Wayne, Zach, putting together our live broadcast on Tri-State Alert TV, where all of these fine folks will be able to see the playback here. As we shared with you earlier, Make-A-Wish had made a personal touch to Wayne Bergstresser and his father and his nephew. All these hard-working folks will be able to go back and enjoy the trip through the area here. We're situated in Interstate Garage Doors. That's where our live perch is. igdoors.com is where we're set up. And our friends at 1720media.net. 1720media.net providing the live camera shot for you on Facebook, on X. And play the whole thing back, Tri-State Alert TV. I like the variations in the horns as well. That's a good one. I'll give you that. Kevin. It's the Make-A-Wish truck convoy is what you're watching, what you're hearing. Tri-State Alert TV. Our big thanks off to the friends of State Senator and Ambassador nominee Doug Mastriano for powering our live broadcast here. And we've got a long, long way to go. George and Sons making their pass by here. Great, and they did a good job cleaning up their trucks too. I think that's very important to recognize. You were hoping for a Saturday afternoon nap. So RJ's making their pass by here. Live coverage on our social media channels. Tri-State Alert TV on our YouTube side. NewsTalk 103.7 FM and X on our socials. I thought I saw those guys already. I don't think they made a loop around like that. That would be awfully impressive. Of course, they're making their way down 11. Wow. And here comes the Martins family. Hey, you guys, pull over here. I need a loaf of bread now. And I'll have some of that cinnamon raisin bread, please. Our friends at Martin's. So we'll go down 11, and then we'll pick up 30, head right back up Radio Hill past Shively's and up the hill. Good to see you guys traveling through the downtown here in Chambersburg. That's where they're heading, to the downtown, right around the fountain. Those bollards in Chambersburg with all this truck traffic couldn't be safer. Now this is no time to spill a load. Make sure those straps are tightened down. I'm sure Charles E. Brake has got those things set. Did a very good job shining things up today. Make-A-Wish and the Truck Convoy 2026. Our shout out to the folks at Patriot Federal Credit Union for bringing on our live broadcast over our social media channels. Make-A-Wish Truck Convoy. This has been going, the planning for this goes on for months and months. They'll probably get through the weekend and then start planning for 2027. NewsTalk 103.7 FM on Facebook and on X. And everybody will be able to see themselves on the playback Tri-State Alert TV. And it looks like we are finally getting to a close with our thanks again to Franklin County Visitors Bureau, which is right where they're, half of them have already passed by in downtown Chambersburg. Franklin County Visitors Bureau, explore franklincountypa.com. And that would seemingly put a bow on the show. There may be a couple of stragglers thereafter. 1720media.net. 17 Media Company providing our live broadcast on YouTube, X, and on our Facebook page, 1720media.net. That's Sean. And Sean wants you to take a look at the website. There goes the Chambersburg Police Department. Thank you, gentlemen. Making sure everybody's closing it off. Now they'll start opening traffic back up at 997 and 11. But again, our appreciation to here on the Tri-States NewsTalk 103.7 FM to you for watching and appreciate the support. You look at franklincountytruckconvoy.com, and if you didn't have a chance to make a donation, or you said, hey, that was a heck of a time, how do I get involved? Have a look at the website and shoot them an email, and maybe next year you can be part of the traffic jam and the convoy for a good cause. Our thanks off to the folks, friends of Doug Mastriano, and that is Ambassador in Waiting, Doug Mastriano, powering State Senator. The live broadcast here, as a lot of people are going to try to put the traffic back together, the pieces thereof, but they'll be going back up Radio Hill and out Crottlestown, and everybody will gather up out at the fairgrounds out for the Cumberland Valley Antique Engine and Machinery Association out there. And our thanks to Interstate Garage Doors, igdoors.com. Dean and the team made it very easy for us to do our live broadcast and bring all of the people that were in the parade today, the convoy. They'll be able to go back and see that. And thanks to Dean and Tori and Vish and the team at Interstate Garage Doors for giving us a place to set up so that all the folks that want to see themselves played back, and who doesn't, have that chance to do just that. So for Sean and the team at 1720 Media, 1720media.net, and our friends at the great sponsors that we had putting this broadcast together, great thanks to Patriot Federal Credit Union, Burke Stresser family, Wayne, Zach, and Jackie, and the whole family, people at Burke Stresser Realty. We'll thank those folks as well, Doug Mastriano and friends thereof, and our friends at Patriot Federal Credit Union as well. Thank you for watching. Hope you had an enjoyable event to watch it unfold, even better in person. But now you got something to take away from Tri-State Alert TV and NewsTalk 103.7 FM, and on our social media, Facebook and X. But for the ever broadcast, that's up on our YouTube channel, Tri-State Alert TV.